Take a moment. Think about your day. When do you pause? When do you breathe? Is it in the morning when the world is still quiet? Or in the afternoon when everything feels too heavy? Maybe there is a cup in your hands. Warm, steaming, familiar. Tea. Not loud, not flashy, just there. But how did this quiet drink become the most consumed beverage in the world after water? How did something so gentle conquer the planet? Every single day, billions of cups are poured in homes, in offices, on trains, in tiny roadside stalls, across mountains, across deserts, across oceans, from China to India to United Kingdom. People who share no language, no history, no culture share this one ritual. Boil water, add leaves, wait, sip. But here's the strange part. Tea does not grow everywhere. It comes from one plant, one leaf, from one small region of the world. So how did it reach everywhere? Something changed. Long ago, according to legend, a Chinese emperor sat beneath a tree while his servants boiled water. A breeze passed. A few leaves fell into the pot. The water darkened. A new aroma rose into the air. He tasted it, and in that moment, history shifted. Whether the story is true or not does not matter, because the discovery was real. At first, tea was medicine, bitter, strong, used to wake the body, to clear the mind. Monks drank it to stay awake during long hours of meditation. Scholars drank it to sharpen thought. Warriors drank it before battle. Tea was not comfort, it was power. Then something unexpected happened. People began to enjoy it. Not for health, not for survival, but for pleasure. Tea became a social drink, a reason to gather, a reason to pause. In ancient Japan, it transformed into ceremony. Every movement slow, every gesture precise, silence between sips. Tea was no longer just a drink, it was philosophy. It taught patience, attention, respect. Across Asia, tea houses appeared, places where strangers could sit together without needing a reason. Merchants met there, poets wrote there, ideas spread there. But then travelers arrived, curious, ambitious, hungry for trade. When European merchants first tasted tea, they were confused. It was not sweet, not alcoholic, not filling, just leaves and water. Yet something about it lingered, a clarity, a lightness, a quiet energy. Soon ships began carrying tea across oceans. What was once local became global. And then everything shifted. In United Kingdom, tea exploded into an obsession. It was expensive, rare, a symbol of status. Only the wealthy could afford it. Elegant cups, silver kettles, afternoon rituals. Drinking tea meant you had arrived. But the demand kept growing, faster than supply. Empires do not like the pendants. They want control. So the British searched for a way to grow tea themselves. Their eyes turned to India. Dense forests, humid climate, perfect conditions. Plantations spread across hills and valleys, fields of green as far as the eye could see. But beauty can hide hardship, because tea did not spread peacefully. It spread through empire, through labor, through exploitation. Workers picked leaves from sunrise to sunset, generation after generation, hands moving endlessly. 2 leaves and a bud. Again, again, again. Tea was comfort in one part of the world and struggle in another. This is the part we rarely see in our cups, but history remembers. And tea kept transforming societies. In Britain, it changed daily life. Before tea, people often drank alcohol, even in the morning, because water was unsafe. Tea required boiling water, which made it clean. Suddenly, mornings became clearer, work became sharper, families gathered around kettles instead of taverns. Some historians believe tea helped fuel the Industrial Revolution, not by machines, but by minds that stayed awake, alert, focused. Across the ocean, tea sparked rebellion. In colonial America, taxes on tea became a symbol of control. Crates were dumped into the harbor, not because people hated tea, but because tea had become political. A drink turned into a statement. A leaf turned into resistance. And still, tea traveled. Into Russia, carried by caravans across frozen lands. Into the Middle East, where it blended with sugar and hospitality. Into North Africa, where mint transformed it into sweetness and welcome. Every culture reshaped it. Some added milk, some added spices, some added salt, some drank it strong, some drank it delicate. Tea became a mirror, reflecting the people who held the cup. But the story has a darker layer. Plantations altered landscapes, forests cleared, ecosystems changed. Colonial systems left scars that remain today. Cheap tea often meant costly lives. Progress came with a price. And yet, tea also built connections, trade routes, cultural exchange, shared habits across continents. Today, tea is both ordinary and extraordinary. A builder drinks it from a chipped glass. A monarch drinks it from porcelain. A student drinks it while studying late at night. A grandmother drinks it while remembering the past. Different lives, same warmth. In the modern world, tea still adapts. Bubble tea, iced tea, herbal blends, luxury brands, instant powders, ancient leaves in modern forms. But the core ritual remains unchanged. Hot water, time, patience, pause. In a world that moves faster every year, tea asks us to slow down, to wait for the water to boil, to watch the color spread, to hold something warm, to sit, to breathe. It doesn't demand attention, it invites it. Maybe that's why it conquered the world, not with force, not with noise, but with quiet persistence. Tea never shouts, it whispers. Drink, rest, stay a little longer. Look at how many human moments happen around tea. Conversations that change lives, confessions, apologies, first meetings, last goodbyes, job offers, heartbreaks, laughter that echoes long after the cups are empty. Tea sits silently at the center of it all, not the star, but the witness. And maybe that's the deepest mystery. Tea doesn't just travel across geography, it travels across emotion, across memory, across generations. A child watches a parent pour tea. One day, that child pours it for someone else. The ritual continues, unbroken, across centuries. So the next time you hold a cup, look at it. Really look. Inside that simple liquid is a story of emperors and monks, of ships and storms, of workers in distant fields, of revolutions and rituals, of comfort and cost, of silence and connection, all steeped together. Because tea didn't just conquer the world, it entered our homes, our routines, our private moments. It became part of being human, a small pause in a restless life, a gentle reminder that warmth can be simple, that connection can be quiet, that something as fragile as a leaf can shape the fate of nations. And perhaps that is why after thousands of years, we still reach for it. Not because we need it, but because we recognize ourselves in it. Calm, complex, bittersweet, warm, shared. Next time you drink tea, pause for it, because inside that cup is a story of empires, revolutions, and millions of lives. If you enjoy cinematic documentaries like this, subscribe to the channel and join us as we uncover the hidden stories behind the world we live in.